Hey y'all. So back for the weekly reading. Sorry you didn't get a reading last week. I was actually in Salem with the Cabots doing in bulk and didn't have all my setup and all that. So apologies for not having the reading up last week. But we are back to our regularly scheduled readings. Couple of, I guess, housekeeping bits. I will be at Atlantis tomorrow to do in-person, in-depth readings. So if you would like a more one-on-one, more you-specific reading, please give them a call, and they will be very happy to schedule you an appointment. I'll be there this Monday and next Monday, and then I won't be back until March. So now would be the time to get it if you really want a good reading. I am offering like a kind of a specialized month-to-month reading as well. So if you want to know the way the rest of the year is going to go, we'll pull a card for February, one for March, one for April, etc., etc. We can also do more specific questions or focuses. So there's that. I'm also just going to remind everyone that my Patreon is up. It's been a little slow here and there. I do have a blog post ready to type up. It's all about cleansing and protecting your space. So if you're interested in that, please go over to patreon.com and search The Witch of Johnson City, and you'll be able to find it. And you can follow me. The blog post will be available for all 3 tiers of membership. So yeah, and I think that's it. So today we are still using the Desert Illumination deck. And so let's go ahead and get to it. So now I invite you to sit comfortably, feet on the floor, and close your eyes. And we'll take a deep breath in and release, letting your body relax. Let's take another deep breath and exhaling fully, feeling the relaxation moving over your head, down your shoulders, washing over your arms and chest and down your spine. Feeling the relaxation moving on down your legs, down your feet and out through your toes. And let's just sit here relaxed. Allowing your breathing to return to normal. And now we say, universe, give me the number 1, 2, or 3 for the card that is meant for me. And allow that number to appear on the screen of your mind. You may hear it, or you may just sense the number, however the universe speaks to you. Allow the number 1, the number 2, or the number 3 to register for you. And now we say thank you to the universe, and using your hand like an eraser on a blackboard, wipe that number away. And now we're going to come back to this space, still with our eyes closed. We'll take a deep breath in and exhale. And we'll move our fingers and our toes and open our eyes and come back to this space. And so we're going to do this number to pick the cards. All right. Card number 1. Card number 2. And finally, card number 3. All right, so card 1 is the Magician. With the Magician, this is a really good week for you to really kind of create the world, the space, the opportunities that you want. It's kind of, if you listen to Lady Gaga, she just came out with her song Abracadabra, and abracadabra is a very powerful, ancient, magical word that means as I speak, I create. And so that is really what the Magician is. What you speak, what you think, what you put out into the universe is what you will be creating. So being very mindful this week about what you're saying about yourself, what you're saying about other people, is going to be very important, because this is a week where you are creating your reality. So this is also a great week for you to really kind of, if you're focusing on anything in particular about jobs, having a new career, getting a promotion, really put that out into the universe, that not that you want the promotion. With this moment in time, instead of saying I want the promotion, you would say I have the promotion, I have the money, I have the opportunity. Instead of I want or I desire, you want to say I already have it. So like if you're needing a new car, I already have the car I want, the vehicle I want. Really creating the thoughts that you have already obtained what you're wanting is going to be important as a Magician. Instead of just I want or I need, it's I have. So keeping that in mind as you go through this week is going to be very important, that you know that you are in this Magician space, this abracadabra space, this creating your own reality moment. And so card 2 is the Hierophant. And so with the Hierophant, you are, a lot of times when I get this card, I tell people it is more about creating the rules and boundaries that you want to set. I'm definitely, that is still part of it, but this is more paying attention to the rules and what it is that you are comfortable doing, and if there is a certain rule or law or expectation put upon you by friends, lovers, partners, bosses, employees, that if it's not something that you want, then this is the time for you to create a new boundary, a new expectation. The Hierophant is about listening to your elders, listening to those who have come before you, and taking what they have to say seriously, but then also balancing it against your own personal worldview. So you can expect this week that you might run into experiences, events, people that are going to test you to see if you are really living up to your own desires, your own expectations, or if they can actually step over these boundaries, they can push that line a little more. So being very firm, very sure of what it is that you desire and that you want, and that you're, or very sure about what you will allow in your life is going to be important. Um, Journaling, I always say, is very important. I would honestly say sit down and take some time to think about your relationships, all your relationships, not just romantic relationships, but relationships with family, your relationships with friends, relationships with your workplace, your relationship with people who might come to you for readings. What will you allow them to say or do or expect, and write it down. Really take some time to solidify where you're at in this time and space, and stand firm in it. That is what the Hierophant is. It's standing firm in tradition, it's standing firm in your values, and standing firm in your ethics. And if you don't know what those are, this is a perfect week to start exploring that and finding out. And so card 3 is the 5 of Chili Peppers, or the 5 of Wands. So the 5 of Wands, you can expect this week to be a little dicey, a little, again, kind of like the Hierophant. You might find that people are pushing your boundaries, really trying to get their needs and desires met. And you are going to find with the 5 of Chili Peppers that you might have to really fight this week. That there's going to be a lot of things that you're going to have to fight to keep. You might have friends or family, lovers, jobs ending this week. You might find yourself really dealing with moments of loss, and it's going to come from kind of a long, hard battle. This is also a great week if you have been faced with these challenges already. Is this something worth fighting for? Have you lost your way? Have you lost yourself in these relationships, in these battlements, in these trials and tribulations that you might be facing? So, we have to face some darkness to see the light sometimes. Nothing worthwhile is ever easy all the time. So really, really picking your battles, and also just allowing things to end if they need to end is going to be important. So those are your 3 cards. We have card number 1 being the Magician, card number 2 being the Hierophant, and card number 3 being the 5 of Chili Peppers, or the 5 of Wands. So, thank you for taking the time out of your day to listen to this reading. And please remember that I will be at Atlantis to do readings this Monday and next Monday, and that Patreon is up and live and going, and there'll be a blog post probably sometime this week about cleansing spaces for protection, and just kind of all the good vibes that you can get in your space. So I thank you, and have a wonderful week, and blessed be.